cycle. Did they won? I told the umpires before the game that they should have a bigger strike area, you know, so they get this game moving faster. Didn't do any good. Welcome to World Series Park as we celebrate our 20th anniversary. The Lynn High School ROTC color guard, under the direction of Sergeant Major Vito, now enters the field. How about now? Okay, good. Thank you, Clark. That's Clark from Saugus Cable. Solves all the problems. The national anthem will now be sung by Olivia Stanton, a student at Saugus High.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam? Whose red bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I'm gonna follow them. I'm gonna keep an eye on them. He's got home plate.
Gene, you could turn down and cover the food. They're gonna come and eat. We are honored today to have Father John Malloy, former longtime priest at the Blessed Sacrament Church here in Saugus, and now retired. Father Malloy was always here for us when we hosted many Babe Ruth tournaments, and he agreed to be here today to offer a blessing. Father Malloy.
I bet you'd all agree with me that only Bob Davis could get us out here on this cold night for this occasion. Only Bob Davis could get me out of my cozy room in Boston, warm and cozy, and drive through the Friday night traffic to get here. Thank you, Bob. When I was in Saugus, my big boss was a guy named John Paul II. And he's died since then. And not only that, but he's been declared a saint. He was quite an athlete himself. He loved to ski, even when he was Pope. He loved to swim. He said, when they said it's going to cost a lot of money to put a swimming pool in at the Vatican, he says it won't cost as much as having to have a ceremony for a new Pope. And this is what he said at one time about athletes, like the fine athletes we had here today. John Paul II said, athletic competition develops some of the noblest qualities and talents in people. They must learn the secret of their own bodies, their strengths and weaknesses, their struggles and breaking points. They must develop the capacity to concentrate and the habit of self-discipline through long hours of exercise and fatigue as they learn to take account of their own strength. They must also learn how to preserve energy for the final moment when victory will depend upon a burst of speed or a last push of strength. The church, the people of God, cannot but encourage everything that serves in harmoniously developing the human body. It is rightly considered the masterpiece of the whole of creation, not only because of its proportion, strength, and beauty, but also and especially because God has made it his dwelling place and the instrument of an immortal soul, breathing into it that breath of life by which the human person is made in his image and likeness. This is a field which holds athletic games. It calls to mind 20 years ago that wonderful experience that we who were living in the town of Saugus experienced when those young little leaguers went on right up there into the top. It brought us a tremendous experience of unity in the town. And so now I ask the good lords, by whatever name you might call him, to bless this field for the coming decades ahead, and for all the young players who will play on this beautiful field that so many people work together to put together. We know that sometimes we see something and we know something ought to be done about it. But it takes that one person like Bob Davis to pull it all together and ask, when you see all those signs out in the outfield, all those different people that helped because someone asked. Maybe in the future it will be one of you to do something like this because you took an interest. And so we ask blessing upon all those people who made this possible. And we praise the good God who gave us the glory of the outdoors. We ask God to look upon us as we gather here today. We ask you to bless these buildings that have been built by human labor in this field that has been drained from a lot of water that used to be here, and now dedicated to the service of this community. Bless your people as they use this center. Bring your peace and joy into their lives and fill them with your happiness. And we ask this in the name of God, who lives and reigns over us all, forever and ever. Amen.
Thank you, Father. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Father. Thank you for all your kind words. When we hosted Special Olympics here for 6 years, we actually hosted it, we held it rather at the high school with a carnival for 3 more years. So we were involved in it for 9 years, but here we did it for 6. It was always the tradition for Jerry Aganis to throw out the first pitch. Jerry was only 2 years old at the first year that we did it, and he, with the help of his dad, came in and threw the first pitch. Today, he is 21 years old, and he's here again to throw out the first pitch for our celebration. Jerry. While he's walking out, I'll just tell you how Steve and I got together and did Special Olympics. I met him first. We had 1.5 feet of snow down here, but we decided to do a groundbreaking anyway. That's where I met him. Then I asked him if he would excavate the field, and he did. Here you go, Jerry. There's the ball. So you go out here and you got to throw it to him. Why don't you just look in front of him? What are you going to do? You got to go out there. Go out here. You're going to go to the mountains. So my partner doing Special Olympics, Steve Aganis, would just like to say a few words, but he has been always there for me from day one. And not only did he excavate the field, put all his equipment down here in June. You know, that's a busy year. We had to wait till school was done. But he put the equipment down here, find somebody to run the equipment, and we got the field built. But everything I've ever asked him to do, he's helped me with. He's been a true friend. And Steve would just like to say a few words now, please.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. First day I met you was right over there in the middle of a nor'easter blizzard. Mr. Davis and Glenn was setting up a tent. 1 inch of snow per hour was coming down. I was coming around behind the school here to plow the schools. And that was my first time I met Mr. Davis. And he's continued to amaze me the way he's just put the whole town, the whole community together. And the biggest achievement I can say with Mr. Davis was the Special Olympics we did for many years. 9 years. We put many smiles on many families and kids' faces. We brought the town together. We had support from the town manager, all the selectmen, the whole community. So, Jerry, please say thank you to Mr. Davis.
Jerry, you are truly an inspiration and a great representative of what World Series Park has tried to be over the many years. So we're here today to celebrate the 20th anniversary of World Series Park. What was once a dream back in 2003-2004 became a reality and has grown over the years into a professionally rated baseball field. We are very proud of this and continue to manage and maintain it for all those who want to play baseball to enjoy. Without this commitment, World Series Park would not be possible. To celebrate the 20th anniversary, we recognize and honor all of our sponsors, some of whom are here today. We also recognize all of those people who contributed to this facility over the past 20 years. Later, we will do a reading of names of all who contributed to making World Series Park what it is today, if I remembered everybody. And I apologize if I didn't. We also have a memento for all of you. It's a challenge coin with information on it, and if I haven't given you one already, please see that you get one before you leave. We're honored to have some of our elected or appointed officials here today, and I'd like to introduce them all if they would like to say a few words. First of all, Senator Brendan Creighton, our senator.
Thank you, Bob. Such an honor to be here. This is my daughter, Ellie. Such an honor to be here for such a beautiful ceremony, and I'm honored to represent your legislative delegation here tonight. So State Rep Donald Wong and State Rep Jess Giannino are both busy at the State House for the annual budget that they're advocating for now. They wish they could be here. We do have a citation from the House of Representatives as well as the Senate to commemorate this wonderful occasion. There's no finer ball field in the Commonwealth, and obviously something that the players, coaches, and families get to enjoy regularly, and it's put to great use, but it's so much more than a ballpark. And it's a great testament, Bob, to your leadership in the way to bring the community together, and obviously a great source of pride for Saugus in a symbol of such a strong community here. So it's an honor to present these citations. I won't make you hold them right now because you have other tasks at hand, but Ellie, you want to give?
Thank you.
In the citations are signed by myself, Jess Giannino, Donald Wong, as well as the Speaker of the House and the Senate President. Thank you so much.
We're sorry that Representatives Donald Wong and Jessica Giannino could not be here. I know they have business to take care of. So now I'd like to introduce our town manager, Scott Crabtree.
It's an honor to be here. I want to recognize that the Saugus Board of Selectmen are all here. The town, as well as myself and the Board of Selectmen, have always supported this. This is just such a great field and bringing baseball and others and families together. It's our own field of dreams. You know, Bob, obviously his leadership is tremendous in making this happen. As the other speakers have talked about, as well as Bob, without the support and people volunteering and donating and doing things to make each piece of this puzzle put together to what we have today, it wouldn't happen. But it's great leadership from Bob with a vision and having our own field of dreams here in Saugus. And it's just an honor to be here. And congratulations to everyone that's been able to enjoy this as a community. Thank you.
Chairman of the Saugus Board of Selectmen, Deborah Panetta, who will also introduce the other selectmen who are here today.
Hello, good evening. We, the Board of Selectmen, are honored to be here this evening. I'm here with Selectman Vice Chair Jeff Ciccolini, Selectman Corrine Riley, Selectman Michael Serino, and Selectman Anthony Cogliano. Over 20 years ago, this was Bob Davis's dream. He was inspired. He wanted to do something special for the youth here in Saugus. And it was such a humongous undertaking. But he kept pursuing. And we have this today because of all his hard work, his leadership, dedication, and love for our town. Not only do we have a premier, state-of-the-art field, but he's gone over and above with all sorts of charitable fundraisers, helping not just Saugus, but other communities and other people that truly need the help that he has given. He is an inspiration to Saugus, and we want to thank you for everything that you do. With that said, the Board of Selectmen have a citation that we would like to present to you this evening. To all persons whom these present shall come greetings. Be it known that the town of Saugus offers its congratulations to Mr. Robert Bob Davis in appreciation of your 20 years, it's actually more than that, of dedication and hard work to the World Series Park. This citation is given in testimony thereof for all that you've done for the citizens of Saugus, and it is signed by all 5 of the Board of Selectmen. And again, we're honored and we appreciate being part of your ceremony tonight, and we all support your World Series Park and everything you do and continue to do for the youth of Saugus. Thank you.
Until he calls you.
You can go put another log on the fire. Thank you all for being here today to support World Series Park's 20th anniversary. It means a lot. There are 6 plaques around this park with names of people who have contributed to World Series Park. Please take a moment to look at them, because they're not necessarily on the reading of names, but they contributed to each of those things. The dugouts, the Todd Park, the building, the lights. Just a lot of people helped out, you know, and I know I spearheaded the thing, but without all these people, it couldn't have happened. Anyway, my wife of 60 years, Carolyn Davis, passed away recently. Carolyn gave many hours and much dedication to World Series Park over the past 20 years. Among doing many things, she ran a snack bar. So in her honor and memory, the snack bar will be named after her. And now unveiling a plaque at the snack bar are 2 of our children, Glenn and Rachel. Our other son, Peter, could not be here because of work commitments. The 224th season of 2024 season, rather, will also be dedicated to Carolyn. We miss her greatly. And now we're going to do a reading of names of our current sponsors and all who helped make World Series Park what it is today and made it possible. Okay, Brendan. Okay, could everybody? We have 4 different people that are going to read names, and these names are voluminous. So the plan is we're going to do a few now, and then we're going to conclude the ceremony, but we're going to continue to read the names as you're partaking of the food, which we have set up under the pavilion.
Steve Aganis, Aganis Construction. Jack Chivengal, Aggregate Industries, Folsom. Jim Prendergast, Dr. Han Su-Lo, Boston Sand and Gravel, Al Robichaux, Jim Kennedy, Leonard Fossey, David Fossey.
Extra Space Storage, Bob Anderson,
Bob Morrissey, Dorothy Amsden, Ricardo Management / Dunkin' Donuts, Russell Tripp, Leonard Tripp, 2003 Saugus American Little League team, Bob Wood of Wood Trucking, Wing Waste Innovations.
Special Olympics Massachusetts, Sean Canty, Matt Wall, Eastern Bank, Rossi Monuments, Diana and Rick Bay, Mark Connors, General Electric, Corey Berkowitz, Sachem Sign Works, Tom and Amanda Rosa.
Ed Stutson, Ken Nichols, Ken House, Carolyn Davis, Jim Harrington, Saugus Street Committee, Paul Sacco, Bobby Calla, the Saugus Advocate, the Daily Item.
American Legion Post 210, ASAP Drains, Banana Splits, Bernie and Phil's Furniture, Carpenito Real Estate, Berkshire Hathaway, Clean Joe, A. Cogliano Realty, Continental Restaurant, DeLu's, Brothers Construction, DeChara Construction.
Hilco Redevelopment Partners, Logo Golf Lounge, Goodfellas Italian Kitchen, Rockland Trust Bank, Duwall Construction, Essex Landing Apartments, Five Guys Burgers and Fries, Flex Fitness, Hammersmith Family Restaurant, J&M.
Joey Russo Memorial Foundation, Keith Tree Service, Irontown Diner, Kelly's Roast Beef, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Leahy Landscaping, Littlefield Real Estate, Morales Construction, North Shore Bank, Kevin Yee K-Pub.
Pause for applause. Pearl Vision, Jay Pachi and Son at Rosaria Restaurant, Route 1 Car Wash, Route 1 Grill House, Salem 5 Bank, Show You, Sizzle Tanning Salon, Tarpey Insurance Group, Coach Viella.
Angie Kakunis, Josh Cooper, Cooper Brothers Paving, Sandra White Sweeney, Nancy Kerrigan, Megan Duggan, Barry Nolan, Doug Cameron, National Grid, Scott Crabtree, Del Correa, Joe Bocelli.
Joe DeChara, Al Donovan, Pete Feely, Mike Sarmanian, Cindy Seaman, Bob Emerson, Patrick Paulus, Bob Firth, Artie LeBlanc, Wes Gage.
Jim and Nancy Freeling, Mitch Boyer, Anthony Moschella, Saugus Cable, Buddy Giordano, Rich Garabedian, Mike Grella, George Goodwin, State Senator Brendan Crichton, Joel Hubbard, Robin Harper.
Michael Higgins, Karen and Paige Benson, Indian Rock Stables, Mike Kelleher, Kay Delios, Bill Cramish, Danny and Marilyn Panico, Lenny Caravan, Wayne Kerens, Mike Williams Campco, Joanne Webster and family.
The Saugus Advertiser, Myra Monto, Anthony Aroni, John Rapoli, Mike Little, Appleton Rentals, Dennis Brolin, John and Diane Brown, Rick DeSantis, John Wyatt.
Andrew Bizignani, Fred Veroni, Joe Adebato, Paul LaCory, Bob Pepe, Scott Brady, Randy Barnes, the Barabos, George Brown, Dennis Gould.
Lieutenant Ron Giagetti, Joe McConnell, Mike Gaffney, State Representative Donald Vaughn, Peter McKeedis, Jimmy Carter, Pat Waller, Prince Pizzeria, Steve Casabrati, Saugus Ice Cream, the Cacciola family, Kowloon.
Nick's Place, Jersey Mike Subs, Harrow's Chicken Pies, Dave's Hot Chicken, John Worth, Jugster Bags, McGovern Ford, World Series Park Neighbors, Cider Hill Farm, Howie Conley, and the Memory Laners.
Jim Palma, Target Cancer Foundation, Marie Cromwell, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Kyle Shenick, Tom Kelly, Merrimack Valley Golf Club, Jeff Klickstein, Greg Lano, Austin Court Condominium, Janet and Bill Lucy, William Sutton Lodge, Frank Lowe.
Paul Landry, Malone Fence, Bobby Massini, Ralph Matarisi, Al Faraji, Mark Matanis, McGarvey Towing, Chaz Fody, Chris McCarthy, Damon Moore.
Carmine Moschella, Senator Tom McGee, Jim Mitchell, Saugus Advocate, Mark Vogler, Saugus Advocate, Joni Baldessari, 99, Greg Nicholas, Nappy Crane Service, Owen Gillis, Craig Orlando, Dan Franca.
Patrick Patrone, Eddie Palladino, Gabriel Farhad Park Press, Ed Gaudet, Future Supply, Josie Penza, Riley McMillan, Fran Buzin, Rocky Hill Farm, Steve Rich, Wendy Reed, Jerry Riccatelli.
Cara Santarelli, Roger Froylan, Dave Riccadelli, Sandy Reed, Peter Rossetti, Rick Salvo, Mike Chelsea, Corey Silva, Chuck Sozio, Santoros.
Bob Clattenburg, Salem 5, Jeff Ruth, Sue Shepherdson, Tom Betancourt, Tim Shea, Scott Sika, Ralph Cenas, Susan Thomas, Dave Takash.
Brandon Allison, Marlene Taraskowitz, United Rentals, Jim Vernelli, Kevin Bader, Al Walkie, Robin Wallace, Donna Weiss, Bruce White, Gene Woods.
Brian Walfield, Jim Waugh, Glenn Davis, Tom Fitzgerald, Guy Moley, Benny Ciccolini, Cushing Amusements, Applebee's, Phil Barbanti, Kathy Poole.
Bill Cox, Patriot Flags, Chris Coviello, Pepsi, Stop and Shop, Ted Dwyer, Dave Dwyer, The Wall Family, Mike Prince, Dave Ziza.
We're going to continue reading the names until we get through the whole list, but please partake of the food. We have plenty of it. If you'd like to take some home, please do. Just want to give credit to those who did. There's all this food was donated, and it was donated by Kowloon, Prince Pizzeria, Jersey Mike Subs, Nick's Place, Harrow's Chicken Pies, Saugus Ice Cream, Dave's Hot Chicken, Wendy's, and Goodfellas Italian Kitchen. And thank you all for coming. This is a nice celebration. We're glad you're all here. Thank you very much. And we'll continue with the names. John Rogalski, John Dikorowski, Rich Gorm, Tom Hood, Don Doward, Norman Hansen, Melissa McLeod, George Varelis, Stan Janiak, Joe Lucasio.
Craig Parks, Mike Gallant, Bob Quinlan, Catherine Hain, Bob Ruggiero, Justine Brewer, Scott Holmes, Congressman John Tierney, Ponch Frontesta, Kim Toby.
John Volpini, Adrian LeBlanc, Paul Arenello, B.J. Reed, John Ness, Al Tassel, Shannon Astle, Len Siglareski, Brad York, Richard Peasy.
The original World Series Park Committee, Bob D. Emilio, Bernie and Marie Cotreau, Peter and Mari Davis, Bobby Brown, John Brum, Charlie Bilton, Border Cafe, Randy Briand, Candace Borden, Beat Connection.
Bisbee Porcella Funeral Home, Earl Bertrand, Bill Sanborn, Dave Balduke, Joe Gallagher, Joshua Spirit, Lynette Almadine, Mike Anisi, Sr. and Jr., Sergeant Mike Stewart, Peter Anderchow, Woven Steel.
Mike Dioria, Linda Kay, Jim Boland, Derek Davici, Joyce Erickson, Steve Kraus, Richard Dow, Jean and Arlene Decaro, Scott Davis, Doug Cooper.
John and Wendy Carpenito, Greg DeMarcus, R&N Construction, Paul DiNardo, Wayne Caulfield, Darren Churches, Donna Koch, Barker Steele, Tony Grillo, Walter Benson.
Boston Ladder and Scaffolding, Anthony Bonanno, Steve Caruso, Nick Graffio, Bucky Cole, Larry Doyle, Jeff Toller, McGarvey Towing, John Deverain, Scott Enos.
Davey Shabolsky, Mike Allen, Sean Fitzpatrick, Rick Vale, Fiesta Shows, Rick and Linda Fama, Dave Fama, Steve Gannon, John Niccolo, Chris Jones.
New England Boring Contractors, Jared O'Neill, Island Lighting and Power, Musco Lighting, Mike Berry, Dan Kelly, Liberty Chevrolet, Jen McRobbie, Luigi Amabile, Affordable Concrete Cutting.
Bill Terlecki, Chris Fowley, Laurie Davis, Big Ship Builders, Dave Shibleski, Jackie Howard, Brian Hartman, Debbie and Jeff Pearl, Jeanette Scally.
Unique Property Services, Wendy's, Webster First Federal Credit Union, JC Plumbing and Heating, Maximum Quality Fence, Waterworks Sprinklers, Benevento Companies, Saugus Dental Center, DDA Systems, Caruso Corporation.
Freedom Baseball, Show New England Baseball, Anthony Cogliano, Greg Reed, Jeff Ciccolini, Deborah and Sabrina Panetta, Mike Casoli, the Rileys, the Velasquez, Rachel Sapolsky.
Bruce Torrey, Stanley Philippiak, Atwood Apartment Homes, Bernie Doherty, Jennifer Lewis, Chris Furtado, Martha Leahy, Patty Vellucci, Ryan Murray, Lawn Pros.
Bob Camuso, Bruce Torrey, John Smolensky, Tom Stanley, Bob Sweeney, Ann Hadley, Steve Ruggiero, Debbie and Peter Politis, Angela Guernes, Noreen Lucis.
Alan Elder, Rick Falcone, Steve Collins, Steve Marullo, Charlie Nasso, Dennis Moschella, Harry Masman, Tyler Oxley, Attorney Richard Bagnan, Jim Tooley.
Jared Hockman, East Boston Savings Bank, Tom Sheehan, Nancy O'Brien, Attorney Dan O'Brien, Wendy Nelson, Jean Swanson, Tom Raish, Diane Aganis, Chloe Pinico.
Bill Brown Winthrop, Dave Savoy, Corey Fanjoy, Ed Macarelli, G&J Towing, Steve Casanetti, Jack Klecker, Adam Ferrucci, Reed Custom Soils, All City Glass, John Yoli.
Anthony Guthrow, Charlie McLaughlin, Mike Pedeston, Nancy and Jenny Fragg, Mike Toomey, Fran Bruzon, Carl Spencer, Donna Nelson Cotter, Big Ship Builders, John Shivano.
Commonwealth Amateur Baseball League, the Davy and Walsh families, Phil Rando, Steve Gannon, Todd Cotton, Alex Samaras, Cheryl Panico, the Aganis family, Huberman Greenhouses, Ralph Pugh.
Canes New England Baseball, New Balance, All-Star Baseball Holdings, Hannaford Supermarkets, Rocky Hill Farm, Rapid Flow, Saugus Rotary Club, Saugus Lions Club, Arthur Rumson, Matt Rapici.
Southwick Zoo, Frank Santo, Scoreboard Enterprises, Mike Howard, Bob Murphy, the Brady Academy, Richie Sincata, Chris Coco, Joe Bono, Joe Salinas Jr.
Prospect Select Baseball, Bob Baker, Exelon Generation, Saugus Business Partnership, Leo Garrete, Carla and Frank Scazzarella, the Sweeney family, Shaw's Supermarket, General Mills, Jack Walsh, Olivia Stanton.